Democracy is the foundation of our nation, yet American satisfaction and trust in it is at a critically low point. A recent Gallup poll finds that 61% of Americans aren't happy with the way our democracy is working. So Gallup and the Kettering Foundation have teamed up to understand why through its new Democracy for All project.
We really think there is just no better time than right now to be asking the kinds of questions that this nonpartisan research is going to be getting at, which is everyday Americans' daily lives and how that affects their understanding of and feelings towards democracy. So we're really going to be getting at people's hopes, their frustrations, their sense of opportunity, their sense of commitment to community. We want to go into all of that because all of that goes into how they feel about democracy.
Americans' perception of democracy has evolved as they ascribe different meanings to it as a result of their personal experiences.
What we're trying to do is get past the textbook definitions. Questions about democracy have been got at through questions like, how do you feel about the Supreme Court, or how do you trust or not the institution of Congress? And really, we want to get at questions about like how included do people feel in our shared democracy.
The hope is to identify opportunities for greater inclusivity.
There's a really big question for a lot of us about whose opinions and perspectives have been part of those conversations so far about where the country is going and where it needs to go. We need to understand who is feeling left out of the system right now. There are Americans out there who feel that they are not valued or listened to, that they are not taken seriously in this country. And we need to understand why people are feeling that way and what we can do to pull them back into our democratic process. It's also our opportunity to make sure that we have a way to track the evolution of democracy in America going forward. So to make sure that we can answer important questions about where the system is going. We're going to use annual measurements to look into things like where we're making meaningful improvements in people's lives, or where there's emerging challenges that we need to get ahead of and work to avoid so that we can make sure that our democracy stays strong and thriving in the future.
They'll be releasing a full report and kicking off a national conversation about the findings in the fall. Learn more at gallup.com/democracy.